Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so I don't know if we have any Lemony Snicket fans here. You know, Jim Carrey's Lemony Snicket. Whatever. Hey guys, Zach here. So, this video is going to be about the legal structure that I chose to run my business. Now, I have to go ahead and let you guys know at the top of the video that I am not a lawyer, nor a CPA, nor a financial advisor. I don't have any of those schmancy, fancy certificates or degrees. So I would highly recommend that you guys do your own research, go out and talk to a lawyer yourselves, or you can do what I do, and I go ahead and checked out this business lawyer who actually has a YouTube channel. Her name is Aiden Kramer. Just type that in there into the search box in YouTube and pull her up. And she has a lot of the information that I'm going to be talking about in this video, along with some other stuff that I may leave out purposely, but mostly unintentionally because I don't know anything. But anyhow, time to jump right in. Whoop. All right, so I chose a S-Corp manager-managed limited liability company. Now, I'm going to go ahead and jump into each of those individual aspects starting now. Okay, so a limited liability company is one of 4 different types of business structures. Now, the first 2, which are the smallest kinds, the ones that don't provide as much liability protection, are a sole proprietorship and a partnership. So, for those reasons alone, I X'd out those 2 types of business structures. Now, if you guys want to learn more about those, I suggest doing your own research, as I said at the top of the video. And the easiest thing would be to check out that YouTube channel, Aiden Kramer. And she goes ahead and talks about them, each with their own individual video. You just got to go ahead and search it up. Now, then there's the limited liability company. And we'll get to that in more depth later. But I'm going to go ahead and let you know about the bigger one, which is the corporation, and the reason why I didn't choose that one. Now, that one has a lot more moving parts and is really meant for people who have been in the business game a while and know a lot of people that are going to help them run that business to the most efficient way possible. So I wanted liability protection, which is why I didn't choose sole proprietorship or partnership, but I'm not quite as big or as experienced enough to run a corporation, so it seemed to me that a limited liability company would be the best just on those circumstances alone. Now, along with the smaller structure of a limited liability company, it also provides me with some tax benefits. Hoorah! Everyone loves to get some taxes back. So, unlike a sole proprietorship or partnership, limited liability companies are actually seen as a legal business entity, which means that they can, in some cases, get some tax cuts just as a corporation was. Corporation would. I gotta go back to English. I did horrible. But to continue on, limited liability companies can get certain tax breaks, such as written off business trips or expenses, donations, all that jizzy jazz, wicka-whack stuff. Now, the S-Corp part of the limited liability company that I'd be making deals directly with the taxes along with some other aspects of the business. Now, the one that deals directly with the taxes is that S-Corps avoid the dreaded dun-dun-dun double taxation. Now, double taxation is a process when your business goes out and makes money. Right? Making that money. Another one. Now, they make money. And then, as everyone knows, they get taxed by the government when they make money. Now, this is where the second taxation comes in. And what most people really don't think about is that when that company divvies out the profits to its owners, they are also taxed. Hence the name double taxation. Because your business is taxed when it makes money and also when it gives you the money, as the owner or the member of the business. However, by filing as an S corporation, which I'm not sure where the name S Corp comes from, but to continue, as filing as an S corporation, you avoid that double taxation. So the company is not taxed when it goes out and makes that money. But you are taxed as the owner when it divvies out its profits to you, which I think is kind of nice because you don't want to be getting a small amount of money from an even smaller amount of money that your business made, if that made sense. But the S corporation doesn't come without its downsides. Now, unlike a C corporation, an S corporation can only have a limited number of members. And as a disclaimer here, number of members varies from state to state, so please check your local commerce bureau for the ruling on that stuff. Back to reality. So they only have a limited number of members, and also each member has to be involved in this business's upbringing. You can't just leave them here on the weekends, man. You gotta entertain the man. You gotta entertain the business. You gotta nurture it, and you gotta spend time with it if you're gonna make it an S corporation, which some people may not be too into, which is where the C corporation comes into play. There, in a C corporation, you could just throw money at the problem, be Bruce Wayne or Iron Man and just throw wads of cash. Or, if you don't know who they are because you're not a nerd like me, maybe you can be like Rihanna and throw a fat stack and super packs at its face. So what that basically means is that you can have investors or members just give you, slide you some cash across the table, and they don't care what you do with the business. They don't have to be actively involved in it. So basically, you just get money to make money. Now, there's a downside to a C corporation, of course, and that is that C corporations do not avoid that double taxation. So they get taxed when their business makes money, and they also get taxed when they get money from their business. But usually that's not as big of a problem because you only file as a C Corp if, you're big and in charge and large and all those other things that rhyme with arg. That mean big. Gigormous large? Yeah. But anywho, that's the S Corp and C Corp differentiation between limited liability companies. Now there is another set of categories, member managed and manager managed. Not managed, it's not mammoth. Managed. And keep in mind, you cannot have a member-managed LLC and also a manager-managed LLC at the same time. Just like you can't have an S corporation and a C corporation at the same time. Now, the difference between a member-managed LLC and a manager-managed LLC is pretty self-explanatory. Member-managed limited liability companies, they are managed completely and utterly by the members themselves. So the members are like those helicopter parents that just do everything for the kid. Oh, hello, little LLC kid business thing. You have something due? Let me do it for you. Fix, nudge, nudge. There you go, you're done. However, if you have a manager-managed LLC, the owners themselves don't have to participate in the business operations. What they can do is, like old Athens did, they can vote. Oh, I cast a vote because I am a business owner. Ooh, the hell. They can vote to have a manager do all those business things for them so they can go off on exotic adventures in the Tanzanian jungle and play golf with lions and giraffes and zebras running off into the distance. Yeah. So those are the difference between the member-managed and manager-managed. And to put it plainly without the funny accents and all, member-managed LLCs, those are operated by the members themselves. Manager-managed LLCs are managed by an elected official that goes ahead and carries out business operations for the members themselves. So that is the basic reason why I went ahead and chose a S-Corp manager-managed limited liability company. The S-Corp, because I wanted to avoid that whole double taxation and to limit the amount of members that I can have because I don't want to get too carried away with my first business. The manager managed because I want to grow it to a point, like I said in my last video, to the point where I don't have to be there in order for the business to run efficiently. And I can just elect someone else to do that for me. And a limited liability company so that I can get liability protection not provided to me by a sole proprietorship or partnership while also not being too big like a corporation. And I hope that helps shed some light for you guys on the different business structures that are out there in the world. And if you have any questions about things that I didn't cover or things that I said, be sure to go ahead and check out that YouTube channel. Her name is Aiden Kramer. Again, she's a business lawyer that posts some very insightful videos on YouTube. And if you don't like that, you can just go and talk to an actual lawyer. Although that may be a little more expensive. But thank you guys for listening, and I hope you guys have a great night. Zach is out of here. Psych! I just thought I should mention that this is not a sponsored video or anything. I kind of, just like Aiden Kramer's channel. It's very helpful. I found myself asking lots and lots of questions and having all those questions, well, most of them anyway, answered by her channel. So I thought it would be helpful to you guys in order to mention that. And I'm just trying to be a good soul out here helping a fellow YouTuber, get some views and maybe even some subs. So, yeah, it's not a sponsored video or anything. It's just, I like her channel. Yeah. So, good night, guys. Peace out. Diggity dog schwags.